Because I was once involved in a variety of interplanetary invasion, people often ask me what I think about flying saucers. I don't know what is in those saucers, whether they're Martians or not, but we once sent some of them to America via the radio. Ran into some workers, some welfare workers, Quakers, Red Cross people who had been up in the Black Hills of Dakota some 5 or 6 weeks after this broadcast, persuading the people to leave the mountains and go back home because the Martians really hadn't come. All kinds of people reacted in all kinds of ways. For example, John Barrow, the very famous American actor, this I know to be true, was listening to the broadcast and ceased to identify me with the show and believed implicitly that America had fallen to the Martians. And hearing this on his radio, rushed out into his backyard where he kept 10 Great Danes in kennels and released the dogs, giving them their freedom, crying to them as they ran in all directions of the compass. The world has fallen, fend for yourselves. And I still meet people all over the place, everywhere in the world, who've had experiences, bitter or otherwise, as a result of our little experiment in broadcasting. And a lot of people wanted to know what to do. As a matter of fact, they were phoning us from all over the place, some of them reporting that they'd seen Martians landing in their backyards, asking for advice. There were others that claimed to have been attacked personally by Martians. The whole experience was extremely intense. I suppose we had it coming to us because, in fact, we weren't as innocent as we meant to be.
Yeah, it's me. Just here to fix the light.
Buzz you in.
Okay, thanks. problem with that gate all week. Will you take a look at it before you go?
Okay, I'll take a look at it. We have light. Okay, I'm just gonna check the gate. Okay, everything's fixed again. If you have any other problems, just let me know. See ya.
Okay. See you later, Jack.
I hope you got my package. Hopefully this proves that I'm telling the truth. It's not easy for people to believe it, but I can't keep it a secret forever. So I'll start at the beginning. When I was a little girl, I would get sleep paralysis. And then the shadows on the wall would become solid bodies. And I would get glimpses of their noseless, mouthless heads. And their eyes were slightly larger. And it wasn't until I was older that I started remembering things that happened to me. I would get flashes of memories of the things that they did to me. But I just thought it was nothing. I figured I dreamed it all up. That is until I went in for a checkup. I had found a large hard mass on my back, just under my shoulder blade. And I was scared it was cancer. But then when they took the x-ray, they found and then removed the object that I sent you. And this is all documented. Documented from legitimate doctors with licenses to practice medicine that you can easily research and find. And the only explanation I can think of is what happened when I was younger, what they did to me. So I'm hoping that by sending you this, you can tell me more about it. What it is, where it came from. So contact me anytime.
The previous record holder was Da Vinci, but a contemporary artist, Zeke Hyam, had 3 of his paintings sell for over $1 billion each. And now auction houses and art owners all around the world are hungry for anything they can get their hands on by Zeke Hyam. What's making Zeke Hyam's paintings so high-priced? What's making them so valuable? Why is his art so important to the art world? Well, the art world is hard to predict. What makes art sell for such high prices has a lot of different factors, and we could debate forever the definitions of important art. But the most curious part of the Hyam paintings is the buyer. Over $3 billion was spent on 3 paintings by the US government, specifically the US Air Force. Mystery has surrounded Zeke Hyam ever since he disappeared over a decade ago. His family claims that night he disappeared, there was a light that filled the sky over their house, and that when the light was gone, so was Hyam.
Hello?
Hey, Lindy. It's Dean. I'm just returning your call.
Hi, honey. So, I have a part in a film that I would love you to audition for. It doesn't pay much, but you're perfect for the role.
Yeah, you know me. I'm all about the art, not the money, but the money helps.
The audition's next Tuesday and shooting would start at the beginning of next month. So, are you available next Tuesday at 11 p.m.?
Absolutely. 11 p.m. works fine.
Okay, great. So, I'll email you the sides and the director's notes tonight. You really are perfect for this part. We'll see you Tuesday, honey.
Every time I've got to be somewhere, there's a damned red light. To run the red light or not run the red light, that is the question. I should have run the light. Oh, hey? Is this where we enter for auditions?
Yes, but we are finished for the day.
Did they cast all the parts or something?
No, the power went out, but we should be good by tomorrow. So I would say come back again at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
So the only consolation for knowing the person you love is going to die a painful death is knowing they had beautiful dreams.
the rest of the world to see the lights above the skies? What if the water stopped flowing again? What if the mixtures stop working? What if they're having the opposite effects and I start getting worse again?
I shouldn't enjoy working on the solutions as much as I do. My sister's fever isn't a game.
For my sister, Shadow and River, you've come far to hide from yourself. Let go of your guilt and save your sister.
Troy! Your cries are too loud. Why does everything have to die in this world? At the blink of an eye, heaven could uninvent death. Stop the world's hearts from breaking.
When the light goes out, and you lose all hope. As long as you love her, you can never lose her. You can never lose her.
Don't let me sleep in. William? You still love me if I don't get to part, right? I mean, no matter what, right? Dina, you're talking to a fucking statue. Go to bed.
I am retired Colonel J.R. Smith. For over 40 years, I have been working in secret programs leveled above top secret. Things the President, CIA, NSA wouldn't know about. Things that even most of the shadow operations wouldn't know about. Sightings are highest in New Mexico. Most likely people reporting classified military tech. Abduction reports are highest in Wyoming, but actual confirmed contact is Utah. I can personally testify to have had direct contact with over 11 different species of foreign life, everything from greys to bodiless beings. As the technology has become more advanced, so has the funding procedures. Instead of selling drugs and weapons, we use phantom taxes on things like your cell phones. Ever wonder why a company can get away with selling a phone for such a high price when the tech costs just pennies to make it? And did you really think printer ink was that expensive? The technology that exists is endless. Time travel, remote viewing, verbal anesthetics. The aliens have words that can change the chemicals in the mind. Words that can control your nervous system. Words that can turn off pain during surgery. Turn off emotions like depression, anger, hate, hunger. Other technologies are universal matter manipulation and astral transferring. They can transfer their consciousness into another host. Some aliens use cemeteries as their own personal wardrobe. The public has already had full disclosure, and they didn't respond with fear, with awe, or inspiration. God himself could appear, and that wouldn't be enough to distract people from their cell phones.
Next audition, please. Audition number, and what part are you trying out for today?
Audition 98, and I will be reading for the part of Mark.
Okay, anytime you're ready.
Are you nervous about auditioning? I am always a fucking wreck before an audition.
I can never sleep before an audition. Everything that could go wrong goes through my head.
Oh my god, yes. Sleep never happens before I audition. What part are you trying out for?
Tom's mother, you?
Infinity Mother or Village Elder? You look really familiar to me. Have we worked together before?
I did play Tom's mother already in the film.
Don't worry, I never judge a book by its movie. It's really cool. I didn't know they made it on film.
No, they shot it. I don't know if they finished it yet. It's been a while since it was filmed.
That must be so much fun to see yourself on screen, though.
I didn't see much footage, to be honest. The only thing I ever saw was the trailer, and I was only in that for like 2 seconds.
2 seconds? You're on fire, bitch. Well, that's better than what most of us have. I'll happily take 2 seconds. You know, you got the part for the film, but it's strange you have to audition for the play.
Totally different people producing this, so I had to go through the whole process again. But I don't mind. I actually prefer theater to film.
Same. Film actors are such pussies.
To make room in the clouds for unhatched souls? Perhaps it is simply to cause pain to those who love. Blink of an eye. Heaven could uninvent death and stop the worst hearts from breaking.
Wow. I think we found our charm. Just make sure to practice your lines and be here at 3 on Monday, okay?
What'd you think of the book? Dreamer in the Falls? Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Did you know that it has a secret chapter?
I didn't.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Okay, so
Next audition, please.
Oh, that's me.
Guys, it's okay. You got this. All right, take a deep breath. Now, quit loafing around here and go make your dreams come true, honey. You don't stand a chance.
Audition number, and what part are you trying out for today?
I'm audition number 111, and I'll be auditioning for the part of Tom's mother.
Okay? Anytime you're ready. Can I be honest?
Please do.
That was the worst audition I've seen.
I'm sorry that was the worst audition today.
Not today, honey. Ever. That is the worst audition I have seen. Ever.
Please, I can do this. Just teach me what you want.
What I want is someone who I don't have to teach how to act.
Give me another chance. I'll do whatever it takes to get this part.
It makes me so sad when people without talent try out. Some people have it and some people don't. And you, darling, don't. You should start finding a new dream. This dream of being a theater actor is never going to happen for you. Ever. It's just not in the stars, honey.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't listen to that waffle. You nailed it, honey. The part was made for you.
Okay. These things happen. Look it up.
Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Audition numbered. And what part are you trying out for today?
Look, don't talk to me like you just talked to my friend, okay? Just shut the fuck up and watch my audition. And then I will decide if I want the part, not you, okay?
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected.
Eric, hey, I know it's been a minute. I'm really in a bad place. Is there any way I could borrow some money? Hey, please call me back. Thanks. In need of some funds. If I could borrow some money, that would be really great. I'm kind of in a bind. Call me back as soon as you get this. Thanks. Bye-bye. I know that you work on the tech side of theater. I'm wondering if you could use a stagehand or anything. I really need a job right now. Call me if you get a minute. Thanks.
Okay.
How much?
Well, you're not gonna like it. $10, but it's not even worth that.
Really? Just $10?
Well, it's just a junky piece of costume jewelry. What do you want to do?
Just give me the money.
There's plenty of other ways to make money around here. You know what I mean?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Well, what's your rush, honey? You haven't even heard my offer yet.
The church is closed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to abduct you, but you were passed out in the middle of the street and I couldn't just leave you there. Are you sure you don't need a doctor?
I'm okay. Passing out's kind of a thing I do. Do you have something I could eat?
Eat as much as you want and feel free to sleep here until you get your energy back. I'll be inside 1811 if you need anything.
Thank you.
Don't steal anything.
Do can you see me? What now, let?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Do can you see me? What now, let?
Owl.
I heard an idea gleaming.
Eagle?
Microwaves out sends transmitter bell.
Crow, eagle, owl. What are these patterns?
50 trillion known livable planets. I've been to over 100 of them. But we have to protect ourselves. Pattern 67 hides our thoughts from mind readers. Pattern 68 hides our presence so we don't get taken by any shadow thoughts.
Are these pictures of places you've been? How long do your visits last?
5 minutes. 5 hours. Sometimes even a week. My friend gave me this after I helped her save her sister from shadow fever.
What's the matter? Shh.
He's back.
Who's that?
Where are you? I need you. Please, I need you.
You've come far to hide from yourself. Let go of your guilt and save your sister.
Troy, your cries are too loud.
Lose all hope. As long as you love her, you can never lose her.
How did eyes change color?
People's eyes change color under very stressful conditions. It's more common than you think.
When she was whispering, I felt a tingling in my neck. Is that common?
ASMR.
ASMR.
It's a feeling you get when watching certain movements or gestures or listening to certain sounds. A lot of people get it watching home shopping networks.
Are you saying that if I want to buy things off the TV, that's a sign I was abducted by aliens?
It's a strange universe. So you need a ride somewhere? I can take you to wherever you need to go.
Looking for a sidekick? Because right now I don't really have a place to go.
Hop in.
Who was she?
Father was a technician at Area 51. And when she was a baby, he tried to kill her.
How?
You know, they're underwater for over 30 minutes.
30 minutes? How's that even possible? But if I didn't know the book that she was talking about, I would have believed her.
What book?
Dreamer in the Falls? Have you read it?
It's common for people to mix reality with things they read in books or on the internet.
Why'd her father try to kill her?
The official report says schizophrenia, but others believe it to be more of an extraterrestrial influence.
What do you believe?
Schizophrenia. Crow Eagle Owl?
Excuse me?
Crow Eagle Owl, how'd you come up with those answers?
Oh, the words were literally hidden in her sentences. Interpreting dialogue is me.
Well, I'm impressed. To be honest with you, I had no idea what she was saying.
You know how a woman hides her secrets from a man. She tells him.
So are we here for another interview?
No, an apple box experiment.
Apple box experiment?
Some people believe that time is traveling in waves, and at certain latitudes and longitudes those waves are at rest. So I've been placing apples at different locations, hoping to prove their theory right.
What's supposed to happen to the apple?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Well, if I put the apples in the right places, they shouldn't age, because time won't exist there.
So have you had much success?
After years of trying, not even close. I'll be back.
What is this we're looking at?
A signal I've been looking for a very long time.
Any luck on the signal?
Not yet.
Give me something to do. I don't want to be a freeloader.
Do you want to learn how to solder?
Doesn't everybody?
What happens if you don't get those pills?
Nothing good. I have a blood clotting disorder and a bunch of other problems. Basically, those pills are keeping me alive.
Just let me know if you run out. We'll make sure you get more.
What other crazy things have you seen?
These videos show a man at different locations of the world only minutes apart. Here he is in Utah. 1 minute later in New York. 1 minute later in Germany. 1 minute later in France. I've identified the man as the artist Zeke Hyam, but Hyam's been dead for over 10 years. When they discovered his body in the Old Mill apple box factory, he was sitting at his easel and his body was perfectly preserved. Not a single moment of rigor mortis touched him, as if he was frozen in time. The cemetery he was laid to rest in soon had suspicious tombstone thefts, leading many families to accuse the cemetery owners of double plotting. The families contacted the authorities and soon an official police investigation started. But one night during their surveillance of the cemetery, all the tombstones vanished. And though no police officer reported seeing anything, hundreds of calls flooded 911 that night, reporting bright lights flying above the cemetery. When the authorities excavated the cemetery grounds for their investigation, what they found shocked everyone. Nothing. Not one body, not one bone, not one casket, urn, or strand of hair. Absolutely no evidence of any kind that anyone was ever buried there. Over 200 years of burials completely gone in the blink of an eye. This video is supposedly from that night.
Oh my God, that can't be real, can it? Do you think we really went to the moon? Or do you think it was a hoax?
I don't think it was a hoax. With the technology they had at the time, it would have been easier just to go to the moon instead of faking it.
Are you religious?
I believe a lot of crazy things in this world, but when it comes to religion, it's easy to spot the fakes. If they ask for money, it's fake.
Do you think aliens helped us build the pyramids? Because they are legitimately impressive, right?
I don't think the pyramids are that impressive. It's more a matter of technique than technology. The American space program spent millions of dollars trying to develop a pen that would write in outer space, because pens need gravity to work. When another space program faced the same problem, they just used a pencil.
You seem to have a pretty solid bullshit detector. So why do all these interviews? Why build all these machines if you know half of what they say is fake?
Because if half the stuff they say is fake, then what's the other half?
They had me strapped to a table.
felt like it was more for my protection than theirs, but I never felt trapped. They were very insistent that my mind be clear at all times. Never felt like they wanted to hurt me. I could always hear them talking to each other. They never wanted me to be left out of their conversations. Their skin was salty gray with light glowing patterns of blue. They're about 4 feet tall, colorless black eyes with a white glow in them, 6 fingers on each hand. They would say a different word for a different body part they cut open. The words, I believe, were some kind of verbal anesthetic. No drugs were needed for the pain. My mind was clear. They were very insistent that my mind be clear at all times.
How long have you been going through this?
Ever since my sister went missing, 11 years ago. I still remember the night. It was a very clear night. I could see every star in the sky. My sister and I were gathering fireflies.
Did I pass out again?
What's the last thing you remember?
We were getting ready to interview. Do we still have time?
Don't worry, I canceled it.
Sorry, I don't want to get in the way of your work. Though it's such a burden.
The world will never run out of weirdos to interview. I think it's time you tell me your story.
My story? Young orphan girl runs Earth in foster care in hopes of becoming an important theater actor. One small blink between 14 and 41 and she finds herself lost, alone, with no real hope of seeing that dream ever come true.
Well, you're free to be my sidekick until we can get you back on the yellow brick road.
Just tell me the minute you can't stand me anymore and I'll go.
So what are your dream roles?
I think I was crazy if I told you.
Have you seen what I do?
Fair enough. always wanted to play Hamlet, but lately I don't really get cast as myself if the roles are all for. And will they build a machine that makes dreams come true? You think there's someone up there that cares about us? I'm starting to think we're alone in this universe.
Here, look through these. I don't know where we came from, or if there's a loving eye looking down on us. But one thing I do know, we're not alone in this universe.
Things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt about in your philosophy. Oh shit, did I break it forever?
You made it work.
Fuck, what I fix now?
Looks like we're going to church.
I mean, this is the address, but there's no church anywhere.
I didn't mean to scare you. You folks look like you're lost.
We're looking for an old church that was around here, but our GPS might be wrong.
Well, there used to be an old church right there, but the Smith Ward house hasn't been there for a long time.
Can you tell us anything about it?
I'll tell you a lot about it. My father wrote that piece for my mother, for the wedding. And we used to sit under the piano and listen to him play for hours. Most people know that music. They don't know that it had words. Dad was a deep romantic.
Is that the church?
We'd have dances there every Saturday night to real live music.
What happened to the church?
It got old. Little bit by little bit, it just got tired and fell apart like me. Little bit by little bit, tired.
Can you tell me about them?
When I was a little kid, my father was very ill, close to death. And that's when the missionaries came by. My father said, gave him a prayer. I can tell you in the name of Christ, light went through that house. As I came down the steps the next morning, it was my dad. It was dancing with Mom. He looked down at me and he said, "Put your faith in the Heavenly Father, and everything will turn out better than you can possibly imagine."
Are you sure it's okay to take these?
If it can help you, I want you to have it. This book has taught me everything I've needed in my life. I want you to have that too. Good luck.
Thank you.
Did you get that from the old man? Do you recognize them?
Yeah, they helped me the other day. And I know where they are in this picture.
Where is it?
Oh, it's just a little bit further up this road.
Are you sure it's them?
Yeah, I'm sure. They helped me the other day. They protected me.
Left or right?
Left. It's just up that hill.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go check it out. Stay here.
Don't go, please.
You'll be all right. I'll be right back.
Oh shit, you scared the shit out of me. Is this one of your experiment locations?
I'm gonna go look for more.
Jack, that is a terrible idea. Jack! Get back in the van.
I didn't find anything. Where'd you get that?
It's just in one of the boxes you just handed me.
I didn't give you any boxes.
Don't fuck with me. They're just in these boxes you just handed me through that window.
These couldn't be my boxes. This is dated 1991. I didn't start placing them until 2005.
I slept here the other night.
Don't text and drive! You're gonna kill us!
Here, take over driving. Take the wheel.
Take over! What the frick? I guess I'm driving now?
Jack, what happened to those graves? Where are we going?
Each passing year has seen our estimate of the probability of life in space increase, along with our capabilities of detecting it. More and more scientists feel that contact with other civilizations is no longer something beyond our dreams, but is a natural event in the history of mankind that will perhaps occur within the lifetime of many of us. The promise is now too great, either to turn a permit or to wait much longer before devoting major resources to a search for other intelligent beings. In the long run, this may be one of science's most important and most profound contributions to mankind and to our civilization. The number of stars in our galaxy alone is so staggeringly large, in the order of 10 to the 11 or more. The probability of stars having planetary systems is so high, we think perhaps half. The probability that those planetary systems might be comparable with our own, and that the stars have some kind of an ecosphere, a sphere in which the radiation is suitable for life, that it's not too hot, not too cold, meeting the other criteria, seems so reasonable. These bits of information have come from astronomy primarily. Then we join with the biochemists who tell us about the probable evolution of life here on Earth, the kinds of elements that are necessary for it, DNA molecules and amino acids and the like, so that you know the materials for a carbon-based life exist, and that is that life must exist in the universe, and it must exist quite abundantly.
Solar batteries didn't charge. I'll have to use the engine. I'll have to rig something up.
You're not gonna hurt yourself, right?
There's not enough juice in the batteries to hurt myself, but we will have to wait for the sun to rise to charge the solar panels.
I'm talking about this.
You weren't supposed to see that yet.
Tell me it's not a suicide note.
It's not a suicide note.
Then what is it? I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get abducted.
I'm not done knowing her yet.
Jack, your daughter is gone. I wish with all my heart there was something we could do to bring her back, but she is dead, and there are no secrets in this universe that can bring her back.
Do you know how the universe hides its secrets from us? It tells us.
Daddy, does it hurt to die?
Not even a little bit.
What happens?
You see that light? That's your soul. And when your body's ready to let go, you can go anywhere in the universe.
But if I don't have a body, how will you know it's me? How will you know where I am?